Y'all can't believe what just happened to me. This is why don't answer random FaceTime call. I gotta identify what just happened to me. I just got a random FaceTime call, and it was from my brother. Now, a little background between me and my siblings, we're like my brother closest to my age, we're 11 years apart. 11 to 12. So I'm not really close with them. They all old as shit. They all the way go all the way up to 40. I'm 22. So I'm not really close with them. But one of them called me. I didn't even know what the answer was, but you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting blessings. You know what I'm saying? I shout out on Dodo Iki, shout out bye I shout out Diddy, I see that on day. I'm expecting blessings. So I'm picking up calls, I'm answering texts, I'm looking at my DMs, I'm expecting something from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Everything from everybody. Everywhere all at once. So I pick up the phone. It's my brother that live in where the fuck he live? Nevada? Is Nevada real, y'all? Did I just make that up? Nevada's real, right? I don't know if I just made that state up. But cause it was 54 states, but they took one off when I was in kindergarten, and then they just keep disappearing. Mandela effect. But yeah, so my brother called me, and I'm expecting the conversation because he called me like once a year. Like, what's up? What you doing, dude? Da, 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 da. And then we go through the whole thing where it's like, oh, dude, you got a mustache? Oh, this boy got a nose spray. You know what I'm saying? It's the older family member seeing younger family member grow up. They look different. I get it. I do the same thing. I saw my little cousin. The last time I saw that man, he was 10. Next time I saw him, he was 13. Completely different person. So we skipped the chit chat. This man said, is you LGBT? Woo! I started cracking up on the phone, y'all. I started screaming, and he was really trying to wonder what was funny, because why would you ask me that on my soul? You know what I'm saying? Why would you ask me that on my soul? And I said, sorta, kinda. I literally said that. Cause sorta, kinda. Then we get into this whole thing, because first of all, big news. Not big news, but a big difference. I'm super spiritual, even more specific, African traditional religions and spiritual beliefs. My brother's Hebrew Israelite. Do y'all know what a Hebrew Israelite is? My brother's a goddamn Hebrew Israelitica. So I already present where this conversation is going to go. And usually I'm afraid to kind of like, tell my truths when it comes to stuff, because I'm not too grounded in structure in my beliefs, right? But one thing about my gender identity and stuff, I've thought so much on it, and I've broke it down to exactly why I am the way that I am, and what things feel like. I've explored a lot of that area for the most part, as far as how I you know what I'm saying, what feels right to me and how I view myself. So people can't really try to convince me that I'm wrong, that I shouldn't be the way I am and stuff like that. Like, bitch, your mama's wrong. Well, in this case, our mama was wrong, because she also. But that's what I'm saying. What she brought up, like, not too much on my mama. Like, I don't even like my mama like that, but you're doing too much on her, and now I'm going to have to beat your ass on my soul. So we get to the whole situation, and of course he like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I feel like you was just programmed, because that's not how that worked. And I tried to break it down in a way of like, okay, if gay people see straight shit all the time, why aren't they straight? You know what I'm saying? I broke it down into ways like that. But like, when you have a belief and it's so programmed into who you are, especially when it comes to things like fear and insecurity, that belief is going to find any and every way to validate itself, even if it makes no complete sense. So, you know what I'm saying? Like live. So, so I wasn't even really too off into trying to make him understand, but I was just standing my ground naturally, because you're Hebrew Israelite. Get the fuck out of my face. Nothing you can say to me is the truth. We align sometimes because I'm pretty pro-black, but at the same time, y'all take it too far now. We get to that conversation, and then we end up getting into like the whole family beliefs and shit like that. And I just completely say, thank you for liking the live. Y'all like the live. And we get into the whole family beliefs and shit like that. So I started talking about like how my relationship with everybody, and how I don't really mess with everybody, because nobody makes the effort to love me and treat me and interact with me in a way that's like healthy for me. I'm neurodiverse, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we went into that whole conversation, and I feel like what really kind of struck him is when I talked about how, like, I've literally met strangers on the internet that I've never seen IRL or interacted with in person that have proved to me that loving me is not too much, that I can be loved in a way that's fulfilling to me, and that, you know what I'm saying, I'm lovable and things of this nature, stuff that my family's failed to do for 19, 20 years. 19, 20 years, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that really struck him. And next time I get into a conversation like that with a family member, I'm going to pull that out. Because I feel like they're going to be like, damn. Especially because all my brothers are older. So, like, they automatically have this kind of, like, nurturing energy over me. Most of them do. You know what I'm saying? Especially because they were, like, fully formed teenagers when I was born. So, yeah, we end up talking about that, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm just like, I don't have time. I don't have time. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the only sane brothers that I got left that ain't like buck wild crazy going off, but at the same time, I don't have time for none of that. I don't have time for none of that. You think I'm gonna deal with complacency just because I'm your brother? You're not gonna call me slurs and shit? You know what I'm saying? You think I don't have time for the ignorance. My life is already its whole thing. So to try to conform to somebody, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. But yeah, that was the whole interaction I had with him, and it was just kind of like, ugh. But the cat's out the bed for real, y'all. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like I'm like hiding my sexuality and shit like that. But, like, at the same time, it's like, don't worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all of that. You know what I'm saying? As far as family members. Because y'all are free. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody's trying to holler at me in the street, it's nobody concerned. On some real shit. But, yeah. So, hey. But, so I don't have time. But at this point, damn near everybody know how I gets down in the sheets. I'm a virgin. I've never got down in those sheets. Besides sleeping and wallowing my big ass in the bed and flipping and flopping over like a big ass whale, just coming out of the water to get a breath in that blowhole. A blowhole is such a nasty ass thing. Why would they name them things on top of them blowholes? Poonie, I gotta go. I got my Twitter bookmarks at Vaseline, BRB. Vaseline seemed a little too like thick and viscous. But Shalom. So yeah, very unexpected conversation to have. I was expecting my friend to call me because I had a dream that they called. But they didn't call me. It was just that stupid black ass calling me. But yeah, so it was very weird interaction. I feel like I'm gonna have more of these conversations with family members. As I grow up, because they're kind of like, Tyrese, oh, my baby sibling that is now not a baby because that man is 22. So I really should have gotten into him. I really should have like aired him on, and I really should have gotten into like gender politics with him. I know he'd have been like, what the fuck do you mean you're not a boy? What do you mean you're not a girl? What do you mean you're not even non-binary? But you technically are under the umbrella. Don't worry about that, baby. Really, I'm just me. T-Y-R-E-S-E. Not on Ramadan. Speaking of Ramadan, the Muslims are on to something because I feel like I've just been eating too much. I feel like I've been absorbing too much media, too much content. I've really been distracting myself with so many different earthly things. And my connection to God has really been like really messed up. And my spiritual, and I feel like I should kind of like fast from these things and like get closer to doing that. I mean, I'm not Muslim, so I'm not going to go through the whole Ramadan situation. I'm not even going to go about it in the Christian way, but it's some sort of way that I got to do it because I feel like I'm just all blocked out. Me too, many big back activities and consumerism, literally. So this came at a perfect time, literally. Can you tell us a crazy story time right now? I just got through telling one. You late. You literally late by like 2 seconds. By 2 seconds, you late. I just got through telling that. Like, I don't really have any other crazy story times. I've been in some interactions, though, while being online that are kind of crazy. Like, I never had a kick stage, but when I was in my earlier TikToker days, I used to have group chats. I used to like ask my followers, do they want to be in group chats? You know what I'm saying? And if people are just disrespectful and weird, they get kicked out. New people come in. You know what I'm saying? It's battle. It's the battle of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? And so one day the group chat decided to go on Kick, and I was like, I never did this before. So we're not, we're not getting into that and what happened on there. But let's just say coins were made. You know what I'm saying? Pennies were pocketed. And that's all I'm going to say. Will I ever do it again? No. I did unthinkable things on that. But we're not getting into the gutter butt days. Give me $1, baby. I need $1. I got $11 in my bank account. On my soul. But yeah. I miss being in group chats and stuff like that, y'all. Like, group chats are so fun. And it's just like so many different energies and potential for connection. Because I find it's really hard for me to make like friendship relationships like one-on-one. I'm only good with them in group situations. And that makes sense because that's kind of how like things were in school. Like, I always joined somebody's group or like I formed a group type shit. But yeah. I like emails. Okay. My best friend like emails. I miss him. I lost my best friend. We friends, but we not friends at the same time. It's a really complicated situation. But yeah. Other than that, y'all, I actually got a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but I just feel like I wasn't in a shape to make TikToks today because I feel like I look kind of crazy. So yeah, I got some interesting things that have been coming to mind about my realizations. Like, I feel like I posted on my story, I'm really standing on business, and I feel like I'm standing on business for real because like I'm really standing 10 toes down on myself. Hold on. I feel like I'm really standing 10 toes down on myself and my boundaries and who I am as a person and what I will and will not allow. And I feel like I'm really trying to go at it as far as productivity to get my life in order because I'm too old not to have something going on. I'm too old. I'm not saying I'm old for real, but I just feel like I need to get some shit going. But yeah. There's so much going on right now, y'all. And I feel really fulfilled by being with myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What y'all doing? I've just been running my mouth, talking about stuff. Like the live, guys. Like the live. I've just been talking, running my mouth, and doing what to do. What y'all doing? But yeah, I don't know. Life is really turning to a weird point, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this. Like, I feel like I'm maturing and growing up so freaking fast. My teeth look yellow as shit. We're ignoring that. But I feel like I'm just growing up and maturing way too fast for what I feel like is appropriate. But like these situations are coming out of the blue, forcing me to step into these roles. And I'm having challenges and difficulties doing such. Like, first it was the situation with my nephew, and then it was just other situations. I feel like maybe in some shape or way or form, I was stuck in time, and time was like, bitch, you gotta go. Look, you and Biggie gotta go today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh, can I handle it? I don't think you're ready for this, darling. I don't think you're ready for this. I don't think you're ready for this. And my body's too bootylicious for you, baby. So, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, bitch. I feel like that's the point. We young, we turn, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but we're trying to figure shit out. And that's all I can do. I mean, I'm kind of like mixed up in the inside, but you know what I'm saying? We could separate things. But yeah, child, I'm just trying to live. And I feel like I'm a punk. And I feel like I need to take more risk. But like, risks are scary because when you take risk, you risk losing everything that you got. Bitch, I don't have much as it is. I can't lose my 3 little nickels and dimes. I got a penny too. I got that penny yesterday. But I can't lose the nickels and my dimes. I bet y'all like, what the fuck do you mean you got a penny yesterday? If this is a metaphor and you're not talking about actual change, what was the penny that you got yesterday? I don't know. I just said it because I thought it was fun to say. But yeah. And also I have a big problem with feeling like time passing me by. So I really got to hurry up. But I don't got to hurry up because I got all the time in the world. The world kind of ended, but that ain't got nothing to do with me for real. That's another thing. Also, I seen, cause do y'all got the Pattern app? Do y'all use the Pattern app? Cause the Pattern app, it be doing this thing. I ain't gonna lie, it be spitting truth. It be spitting truth. It hasn't always been accurate in the past. Like every once in a while, it's had its gems. So I just let it be. But lately, I've been waiting for my little patterns to come up because they been spitting some truth. They were like, no matter the chaos and feeling like you're losing stability and structure and newness is flooding your life, take care of yourself. And that seems very basic, but I've literally had that situation apply IRL. While I was in the homeless shelter for a few weeks. We're not talking about that right now. And all I did was like really focus on my self-care and like focus on like internalizing things. And that kept me grounded throughout the whole situation. And I came out sexy as hell. Sexy as fuck. Started my whole new skincare routine in a homeless shelter. Bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really a constant in my life. Like no matter what, self-care grounds me because I tend to let myself slip. I tend to let myself slip like I got Payless shoes on my feet, baby. And that's not good at all. You know what I'm saying? Because when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. You heard me? So, yeah. What else was I coming to? I might make TikToks about these. I don't know. I feel like I have like wisdom and knowledge to share to folks, but like I don't know what's my best way of sharing it because my platform already petite and small, almost as small and petite as my waist. Nothing's that petite and small. Baby, I mean, you could use, well, I would say you could use my waist as floss, but my waist is so small, you can't even use it as floss. My waist is so small, if you were to use it as floss, it's gonna literally just like mesh in between the atoms of your gums. Like, you know when they say if it's scientifically, if you touch the wall in a right way, your atoms can pass through it. That's my waist because it's so small, it can just squeeze in between atoms. So yeah, but I don't know what's the best way to relay this information in order for it to feel received. Because as someone who creates content in some way caters their energy towards people, there has to be a give and a take, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. But I ain't doing no receiving. That sounded weird. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, so it's just like, I don't know. I get really discouraged. That people aren't paying attention to me the way they need to. Because, bitch, I got some shit to say. I'd have mustered up all this energy and all this courage. Or at least I want it to be in a way where people can easily find the content in the media that I have to go through it. Almost like a blog. Should I start a blog? Bitch, I don't want to run a motherfucking blog, ho. I ain't even got no motherfucking laptop. But you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like my valueness and my gems go to waste. I don't like when my gems go to waste, ho, on my soul. You know what I'm saying? I done mustered up all this energy and all this courage to give you whatever. You know what I'm saying? I done channeled this information from God and you're just going to let it go to waste? I ain't gonna let your dead granny go to waste. I'm gonna dig her up and eat on her femur, bitch. The mice is not getting through it good enough. The moles and the rats and the worms. No. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me. I don't have time for me to be wasted in my valuable energy and time. But you gotta start somewhere, I guess. So that's all I can do is start somewhere. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like socially my life could be using some improvement, but I feel like I feel like at the same time I use kind of social stuff as like a distraction. But I don't know, I adore people and I go into relationships, friendship. Did y'all hear that? Sorry, I got some stuff in my throat. But did y'all hear that? Anyway, I go into friendships like with positive expectations and a way of operating, but I feel like that way of operating is too individual and specific to me. But okay, because I thought I was losing my mind. Thank you, Danny J. But yeah, I feel like I go into expectations. No, I don't go in expectations, but I do at the same time. But I don't know. I just feel like people just be treating me like I'm like a throwaway piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? They come get their feel. They come fill up on me and get what they want, and they dip. Metaphorically wise, because I'm talking about in a platonic sense. And I just don't like it. Like, I don't know. People can just be really weird. People can be really weird, and it pisses me off. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, sorry, stop expecting stuff from people and just take people as they are. But at the same time, that means I have to adjust my output of energy and interacting. But at the same time, I don't like that because then I feel cold, and I don't like feeling cold. I'm just meant to be a jundle. Hey, how are you? I'm doing good. Why did I say it like that? It's like I was trying to convince myself I'm doing okay. Very strange things happening. Early in the live, I was talking about an interaction from my strange brother who I haven't talked to in like 2-3 years. But now we're just talking about like regular stuff in life. How about you? Yeah. But so what was I talking about? Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't like. I'm meant to be a big bundle of love and joy, and I feel like people take me on my element. Why do you want me to be wicked and evil? Why do you want me to be wicked and evil? That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Let me be the loving person that I am. But I feel like really stepping into that love. I'm good, thanks. I asked you how you doing for real. Explain. You know what I'm saying? When I ask people how they doing, especially on my live, I mean how they doing. What's something that you're really enjoying about your life right now? One specific thing. It can only be, not only be one, but it only has to be one. I'm not saying name the list of things if you don't want to. But what's one specific thing that you like? Oh yeah, I like this. This is giving me grooving. When I think about it, I'm grateful. Yeah. I need to focus on things I'm grateful for and things that are going right in my life, to be honest as well. It's something we can always focus on. It's so easy to recognize the lack, but you a pack rat in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some stuff up there, but turn your head and let that gratefulness soak in. But yeah, very strange stuff going on in life right now. And I'm like having to like revert back to self-sufficiency, y'all. Because like I got so used, even though for like 4 years, because I was I was online schooled before pandemic. So like since Jesus, like 2017, 18, whenever I was in 9th grade, I was like online school. So for like 4 years, I was in a really like self-isolated period, and I was so self-sufficient. I entertained myself. I was cool. I didn't have social anxiety and things of that nature. I'm starting to get a good balance in my life and starting to embrace the new version of myself. I'm so happy for you. They sound so amazing. I hope it continues to expand, and I hope you continue to reach even further into that balance to where you are in complete harmony. And yeah, I'm so excited for you. But yeah, so I used to be so self-sufficient, and then like I started talking to people online. I started to build this relationship with social media, and I started to find friends and things of that nature, and I started to come out more because I've always been a very introspective person, because there's a whole universe going on inside of me constantly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm starting to be back self-sufficient, and I'm starting not to have to run and tell people different things and things. Mainly because I ain't got no choice. I ain't got no choice. I ain't got nobody in my inner circle that's really close right now. So it's kind of like I have to rely on myself, but it feels good not needing people. And I feel like this era is really about me filling up my own cup to the point where I'm self-fulfilled and I don't have to rely on people. But anything they have to offer is very much appreciated. And it's extra. You know what I'm saying? Because some days I'm feeling a little low. So if you could top me off, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like saying that. But if you could pour a little bit more in my cup, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. And I definitely pour into people's cups. I'm like a big, stupid glug of juice. But yeah. So I feel like I'm headed in a good direction. I feel like life is cool. I feel like there's a few things I'm stalling on, but I need a little bit more clarity on how I should handle those things before I really get into it. But it's starting to feel warm outside, y'all. I'm excited. We didn't have that crazy of a winter. Mind you, I live in Minnesota, which global warming, climate change. But I live in Minnesota, so like our winters are usually pretty bad, and we usually get that 6 month winter. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't get that, which is bad. But I'm gonna take opportune time to really embrace the warm, because I was on my balcony. Hey, piece of cake. That's what your name's showing up as, a little piece of cake with a strawberry on top. And I was sitting on my balcony. I was letting the sun absorb, and I was like, ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, like, am I happy? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the thing is, I like going outside, but I hate going outside at the same time. Like, I love outside, I love nature, but it's something about it that, like, it unbalances me, and I need to figure out what that is, because that's ridiculous. I used to be outside, babe. I used to be flipping over rocks and logs, looking at bugs and slugs. I used to be that person. But yeah. What else I was going to talk about? I was going to talk about something else. Jeez, it's in my notes app too. I should have put it in my journal so I can read my journal and talk to y'all about it. But I forgot what it was. It was something about something. Oh, I thought my necklace broke. I was like, basically, it had came to me that, like, you know, like when you're in a bad situation, that gets let me talk about it anyway. So this is gonna vary based off of your religious and spiritual beliefs, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like for me, I had to kind of like deconstruct that, like, source, God, the universe, or whatever is like this all micromanaging being in order to give my power back, because I feel like I was the type of person that sat around and wait for life to happen, and what happened is what's meant for me. But no, you have power. You can go out and do stuff and get in situations and, you know, experience things. So that just structures my belief. So what I'm about to say makes sense that I needed to come into this. But I was basically like, Tyrese, well, not basically Tyrese, it just came to me. Nah, but I realized I tend to, when a situation happens, I tend to find a positive about it, but then I associate that positive that I find about that situation as in the reasoning why the situation happened. And I feel like that can be negative on the psyche, for real, for real. It's not good for your brain to always think that something negative is happening, so you have to find a positive. You know what I'm saying? It should be something that naturally comes when, not naturally like right away, but it should be something that if you want to tap into, or even sometimes show up as a reflex. But like, I just feel like it's really bad for me to always have something happening and be like, oh, this is the reason why such and such. Things happen sometimes. Everybody has free will on this planet. And those free wills sometimes jumble up to create situations that sometimes happen. And it kind of got into the theory because one of my favorite YouTubers was on live on TikTok. And she was like, there's no coincidences. But I believe there is coincidences. Because there's a balance to everything. For good, there has to be evil. For happy, there has to be sad. So for there to be synchronizations and meaningful things to be placed in your life, there has to be coincidences. We treat things that we can't explain anyway that happen in our life that we can't find meaning to as just happenings anyway. So, but coincidences itself are a thing. And I feel like it's really important to acknowledge that you have the power to pull positivity out these already existing situations, or these just happening situations. I'm all about finding your power and shit like that, because I just came from like a petite, fragile, weak state of mind. So it's just kind of like, as I'm building up on that, it's really essential for me to do that. But I'm never like super like, oh my God, I can do anything. Baby, without my spiritual relationship, nothing, I would be a mess. You know what I'm saying? It brings so much clarity, so much love, and so much evolution, and so much insight. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But yeah, that was just something I thought of. It's a lot of stuff that I thought of and I wrote down that I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna share with y'all. Cause I like sharing stuff, even if only one person likes it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It need to be more, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully people come to the realization that Tyrese is fire, and we need to tune in to what Tyrese is doing. I hope y'all do it before it's too late. Because if I hit a Beyonce and y'all never see me unless I'm putting out a creative project, don't scream. if I take away my accessibility to myself and my casuality of my accessibility, don't scream. Don't scream. I'm just saying. Whew. I feel like I just came on here and talked a lot, y'all, but that's all I really got to say. I appreciate y'all for sticking around on the live and listening to me. Oh my God, did you see Beyonce's Country Roller? I've seen little pieces of it. I haven't been on my phone like that, like I need to be. Because I just been sitting staring at the wall. I need to see what she's doing, because if she got another concert coming up. The thing is about going to concerts now, I don't want to be far in the back. I wasn't in nosebleed seats, because I went to like 4, 5 concerts last year. I wasn't in nosebleed seats for Beyonce, but I feel like I should have been closer. You know what I'm saying? I could barely see her with my naked eye, and I don't like that. But yeah, she going on tour my pop. That's what I'm saying. Well, I got a credit card. Oops. So we'll be using that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and stopping by and listening to me rant and shade. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day and just lots of love and positive energy. Thank y'all. Thank you so much, Danny J. You've been here for like the longest time. Like, I really appreciate you for sitting by. I noticed. But bye, y'all.